on?
Another girl.
Sade, I know. And then, but her son is sick. Everybody's getting sick with this damn COVID. Hey, y'all. We are live.
What's up?
Sure.
Ready?
So, well, dang, you was fast today. You didn't have no side convo or nothing. Like you wasn't going to.
I'm not feeling well. I got my booster shots.
Yeah.
I was telling the panel, so I'm not feeling my utmost energetic. So I'm a power through though. G'd up.
Okay, yeah, because you G'd up from the feet up. Come on, tell them you from Brooklyn and it's cold outside.
Yeah, it's about to snow. I'm not looking forward to that too. Like I'm gonna have to get up and shovel and shit.
Oh man. Well, let's do it.
All right, ready?
Let's go to work.
What's up, family, and welcome back to your new favorite podcast. As always, it's your favorite's favorite, Mason, and
you already know it's your girl Kori Deez, aka Lemon Squeeze, aka the Wholesome Hoe, aka the Vessel, aka a whole lot of AKAs in here for you today. How y'all doing here today?
What's up?
We got a panel here today. We got a new fresh face, Naja, right? How you doing, girl? You fresh, but you was here on Tuesday. You was in the audience. You was like, I need to.
I was in the live audience, you know. I was in the live.
She was like, why y'all keep She was like, I want to talk. I'm coming on Thursday. I was like, girl, come on. So thank you. Welcome to Hush Your Mouth.
Side panel was trying to tell me the rules and regulations. You know, it was my first time in the audience. I'm used to a live audience where you're allowed to talk, but side panel wasn't having it.
That's only for audio purposes, but we do value your opinion. And whenever I do have a live audience or we have a live audience, I just want y'all to be in the comments. And sometimes, you know, we could get the church and the amens, and you know what I'm saying? But if you got something that you really, really want to say, you got it in the comments. But hey, Speedy.
How you doing? How's everybody?
Everybody's good. Happy holidays. Happy belated birthday.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you wasn't expecting me to know that one. Haha.
I mean, side panel, of course. You should have said something. You know. Now I'm a year older now. 26.
Oh man. You were looking clean cut, you looking young, you black, so that thing don't crack, and you look like glowing, like you just into this new year and you're stepping. You ready?
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Yes.
This new year is gonna be great for everybody, so
it absolutely is. And you guys need to claim that. Everybody needs to claim that, manifest anything and everything you want, because this is the year for it. How about that?
Heard that.
How about that? Mason, hey, seen you on Tuesday. You already let us know in the beginning you ain't feeling yourself. That's your mental health check-in.
That is it. Got up early, got a little booster. Yeah, not a quick process. It takes a little longer in the hood, I guess. Because at the other place I went, it was really speedy and everything was on time and everything moved in order. This one took a lot longer than I expected, and so I've just been like trying to lay low.
I want you to care a little bit more about your health and not be going to places in the hood to be getting service.
I know, right? You would think.
It sounds like the COVID might have been in that room.
I was definitely extra careful. I don't play that game. Like everything gets washed down, wiped down, everything.
Did you wear 2 masks?
Oh yeah, 2 masks. I had gloves on. Oh none. I wasn't playing.
He said I had on all the PPE. Okay.
No, thank you.
So you already know we love our Hush Your Mouth family in the audience. If you arrive,
what about you? You ain't say how you doing. Hold on. How
this wasn't the mental health check-in. I wasn't even doing yet. I was just saying I switched it up on y'all. I was like, okay.
I just wanted to make sure you didn't get left out. We didn't ask how you doing because that's rude.
You know,
I kind of did Speedy's mental health check-in a little bit because it was his birthday. So that might have been what threw everybody off. I didn't ask Naja how's her mental health and how she's doing. So I'm just going to say how you doing, girl.
You know, blessed, can't complain. You know, things going good.
Can you lift the camera up a little bit, or is it like leaning on something? Because you got
Oh
half
no,
your head.
I'm just because you know it's my phone, so I'm
I know you were supposed to be in the building tonight.
I know, but then they call for all that snow, and you know I'm a lady. I don't drive in that mess, so I ain't want to get stranded at your house and really become part of the panel.
Listen,
we would have been in there, sleeping bags, all that. It'd have been a good
bring
time.
the kids with you.
Oh yeah, it'd have been. Oh no, it'd have definitely been a time, and I would have never been invited back.
Oh man. But I'm happy that everybody's in good spirits. As for me, I was like, I don't know, I feel good now, but I feel good. I had a really great day. I think it was like such a great day that was almost overwhelming for me to the point where like, first of all, I had dinner cooked at 3:00. How about that? Shout out to me because that's amazing. But I started. I said these kids we gotta get out the way. I'm trying to have hush them out tonight. I'm trying to be, but then it made me a little bit late. Not just dinner because that wasn't it. I don't know. I just had such an amazing day and taking it in. I decided to take like a bath at like 6:30, like knowing I needed to be doing my hair, my makeup, and all that. Then I got out the tub at like 7:15, and I'm like, had my little do-rag on, like, I don't think I'm gonna do my hair. I think I'm just throw some lashes on, go down there and be like, hey y'all. That would have just scared my audience though, because I would be like, well, what's wrong with her? She's sick, she got COVID. No, I don't. But I'm fine. And I just want to say I'm excited for this episode. We had a lot of fun on Tuesday. The fun lasted until it was over. Yeah. I don't know. It was after the show was after the show, and we had a debate. It
after
was live.
Party was the after party.
It was fun. It was good vibes and good energy. So I'm grateful to have so many people joining Hush Your Mouth, believe in this project that we doing this podcast, and just dedicate your time and your energy. So I'm here for the good vibes tonight and to learn something. Yeah. So let's just jump right into it. Tonight's episode is it's a spinoff from Tuesday's episode. The reserve was such a big thing. It was such a big thing that after the show, my sister called me and she was like, I'm so upset because why he didn't explain what the hell a reserve is and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, girl, I don't know. I wish he would have told us. So we decided to come up with this episode because I think either you've known someone who's been here or you've probably been here or, well, I hope nobody's there now. That's just my opinion. But yeah, so let's just jump into it. I don't got my questions pulled up yet. But hello everybody in the audience. Hello Yvonne. Hello Brooklyn. Hello Kori. Hello Telsa. So what is a reserve relationship? Speedy's looking around. He's like,
look, yeah, Speedy. Listen. Well, the way we kind of explained it last time was like somebody on standby, you know, somebody waiting in the wings.
This was our definition. We came up with the definition, but I don't know if that was the real life. I did speak to him, so I do have a definition from him, and he will be in the comments. So he's going to be like trying to talk from there. But yeah, we did the hey Jay, hey Rara, because I can never say her name. But we did describe it as like somebody that's on standby, a plan B, somebody that's waiting in the wind or whatever for things to end. I don't know. Speedy, what's your definition?
I know you're not asking me what my definition is.
Not knowing your personnel? It's a reserve, not knowing your personnel.
I mean, I guess if you're dating or whatever the case may be, we all had like a standby. If it's not etched in stone that y'all are together in a committed relationship, we all had that person that, oh, if you don't want to act right on Monday, I got somebody that I can call or whatever the case may be. But once you get into a committed relationship and you still got somebody on standby, then it's just, I don't know how far that relationship or anything can go. I mean, that's just me. I've been married for many of years, so it's like, I don't know. If I got somebody on standby and my wife found out, then I know I'm a dead man. So it's like, no. I mean, at the end of the day, if you plan on getting married and you commit yourself to that person, there's no such thing as standby. Like I don't know how you can, have somebody on the side and still say you're committed to one person and you had your vows and went through the whole motion. So I mean, having a reserve and being married, you just playing yourself and playing that person and wasting each other's time. So at the end of the day, to answer your question, you don't know your personnel if you got somebody on standby.
I knew that was gonna be your answer, Speedy.
You already know. At the end of the day, when it comes down to
You're the good guy.
relationships, it comes down to knowing your personnel. At the end of the day, it's communication and knowing your personnel. So if y'all gonna play the game and do all that, now if y'all both playing around, then that's y'all. Y'all both
So
gonna
you
waste.
so you think until you get married, it's okay to have like options and it's okay to have a plan B in case your plan A doesn't work out. But when you make that commitment and you get married, then that's out the window.
I'm not saying just marriage though. If you committed and y'all communicate that, you know what I'm saying? If that's what you gotta work on, you can't just say, oh, we're together on Monday and we have a conversation, say we're boyfriend and girlfriend and we're in a committed relationship, and then that's what it is. You got to have the conversation, like you got to communicate what's going on. You can't just in most cases it's always one person that's in a relationship before the other person, and it's usually the female that's in a relationship before the man.
Whoa. It's
Well, what?
usually us.
Yes.
Wait a minute. I'm a little offended.
I don't agree with the whole it's usually the female, because some of these dudes do be in relationships with us and we don't be in relationships with them. So I'm not gonna give y'all that much credit, Speedy. I just can't. It wouldn't be like me to do so. But
I mean, y'all probably had.
Sometimes we don't know we your girlfriend until you introduce us as such. Because we go to a cookout and we thinking we're just friends, and the man is like, "Oh yeah, this is my lady, this is my girlfriend," and it's a surprise and a shock to us.
But y'all do the same thing
We
now.
have never had those conversations.
It's
like, what made you think I was your girlfriend?
Right? Like, what
I'm not your girlfriend.
implications did I give you that we go together? Like, yeah,
we don't go together.
Yeah. You look back in the day, we go together. Yeah, so Stevie, yeah, I'm sorry, I gotta agree. I can't give you that. I don't think it's
I mean, listen, to each his own. I mean, we all here's my thing. It's a two-way street. So whatever you say that you can't agree with, I can also have. There's females out there that does the same thing. There's men that does that, and there's females that do it. It's a two-way street. You have to agree to that, because I mean, just like there's females, they'll let you know.
Well, it's definitely a two-way street. I do agree that it is a two-way street. Yeah. But I don't know. Like I think that sometimes, okay, you could be in a relationship with somebody, right? But you just like, everything's not perfect in any situation, and nobody should really be looking for perfection. I mean, you get as close to it as possible. This is my own opinion. But sometimes you never heard of the one that got away, and you might still have a relationship with this person. You understand what I'm saying? You wasn't right in that time frame that you were dealing with them. It wasn't the right time or place that you either met them or that you started to deal with them. So now that person is kind of like on standby, I guess, not really, because they could still be living their life. I think, I would hope, yes. But they could still be like just around, and you know that that's the person that, if given a chance, if this situation don't work out, I would just like double back and kind of like spin the block. That's what that whole spinning the block thing kind of thing.
So at the end of the day, the person that you're with, you're actually, not fully engaged into them because you got this person on standby.
That's true too. But no,
you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the like, come on, like having somebody on reserve is, you're still playing the game. You're wasting time.
I think what she's saying though is like, if you take the example of like age, if you take that into account, like say you're like 19, y'all in college, and you meet somebody, y'all vibe, it's a great time, you're dating, it's great, but you have to accomplish certain things, you have to establish certain things before you can really invest in that person and like be with that person. So like, okay, I love him, I care about him, but yeah, I think that's a good standby situation, a good plan B situation, where we still gotta grow, we still gotta experience life, but I want to spin the block when I'm 25,
Let
30,
me just
and I'm
say,
ready
I
to
don't
do
want to
those
cut you off.
things. No, go ahead.
Nah, what I was saying was we keep saying it's plan B, is really plan A. So what
Well,
y'all don't realize is we saying it's plan B, but it's plan A. But you're just not ready for plan A. So what you do is you put that to the side. You know when something's really good, some food is really good, and you just don't want to finish it all at once. In New York we got this place called Junior's, and they got
don't
some
finish it all
cheesecake.
at once.
Right, and you don't want to finish that. You don't want to finish that cheesecake all at once, so you put some aside. You put them in the fridge.
That
It
little
ain't. It ain't
bite.
the plan B snack. It ain't the plan B dessert. It's the plan A dessert. But I'm not gonna have it
See,
right now
but
because I'm
then when
not ready.
somebody come in
Maybe
that
I'm on a
fridge,
diet. Maybe.
look, when somebody come in that fridge and eat them leftovers, you know what I mean, that you was leaving
But you
for
know what? You
later on
take care
that
of it. You put a
day.
note on it. You put your name on it. You put a cover on it. You make sure people
By
know that's
violating
my
that, and you
cheesecake,
go
right?
off.
That's my cheesecake, and that cheesecake is at the top shelf, not the bottom shelf, not the middle shelf. It's at the top shelf, just waiting for me for when I'm ready for it. And that's what that
How
reserve
long?
relationship. So
How long we
that's the
on the
plan
top
A.
shelf?
All right,
You
so
you don't
How
want
here,
to
long
be
we
on the
on
top
that top
shelf? You
shelf?
saying you on the bottom shelf, girl?
No, I'm
I,
saying
I
how
think
long
more
are
of
we
you than
there?
that. I think more than you.
I'm
I just
saying,
met you, but I
I'm
think
saying,
more
how
than you.
long we gotta stay there? How long we gotta stay there? You know what I mean? We gonna get,
all right, all right.
we gonna get
So what you're
stale.
saying is that the reserve
It's
is not
plan A.
necessarily it's a plan B, it's a better option, and you're just saving it for later.
Sometimes you're not ready. You got to know
But that,
yourself. You got to know where you're at in life.
I can sort of kind of agree with that. Me and my wife, we were together in high school, and when we went to college, we went to two different colleges in two different cities, two different states, or whatever the case may be. We broke up. Now, I did what I needed to do. I traveled or whatever the case may be, but I was like, listen, it's time for me to go back to something that I know, that I want. And I understood the time that we were in two different places and the long distance relationship, at a young age does not work because we're in college. It's like you got people here, I got people here, we're going to meet new people. But when I came back home, and the only reason I came back to Philly was to get her. I didn't care who she was talking to. I didn't care what she was doing. When I got back in contact with my wife, it was more like, yo, who you talking to? You
I'm
talking to
coming
this
after you.
person? Make that phone call. Tell them that shit's over. I'm back home, and this is what we're going to do.
Wow, sweetie. I didn't expect that from you.
Listen,
That
But
was, I
why
mean,
did
that's
if
great.
she didn't want, listen, if she didn't want that, she had all the opportunity in the world to say that she didn't want that. But that's what she wanted too. So it was a mutual thing. We had the conversation, and like you said, yes, I did spin the block. Okay, I agree with that. But
There's a
once I
famous
made that
saying. There's a saying that says, if you love something or you love someone enough, you let
come
them
back
go. And
around,
if they come back to you, they love you. So, I
And they
mean,
love you.
sometimes that's what it is, though. So
right?
There's
we look
also
at
a
this
famous,
reserve thing as a bad thing, but sometimes you got to do what's right for you and that person. Speedy did what was right. He knew that there was a long distance relationship. So he was like, you know what? I'm not even going to do that. But as soon as I can, I'm coming back and I'm going to,
there's
reclaim
also
that
a
love.
Drake,
So,
there's also a Drake line that says the good ones go if you wait too long, I
yeah.
just look,
good was
And Drake should not be an example of relationships. But
I love that.
if that's where you want to
Give
go,
her applause right
if
there.
you
Gonna
Give
want to
go.
say
her
Drake is
applause.
how we should be, then okay,
Give
all right.
her applause.
Drake is
I want her to
driving,
get some
I
applause.
mean, you listen. If we looking for them Drake
They should be
relationships,
hating.
you need to
They
have
should be
Yeah,
something to
he's
present.
hating.
hating. He's hating from the sidelines. He's over
The
here
good
like,
I
ones
love
do
yeah.
Drake.
go.
I just
The
know
good,
where
listen.
what part of life Drake is for. Drake isn't for that grown
No,
up
but the good
relationship.
ones
Drake is for
do.
that. Let's
They
have
do
fun.
go if you wait too long.
Mm-hmm.
But they
At
do
what
100%.
go if you
point?
wait too long. Like so, basic. I mean, so Speedy, he caught her. He caught her at a good time. What if who she was dating at the time was everything she needed, and you waited too long, and she done found her plan A? Like you know what I mean? So you gotta be careful with leaving somebody in a
How?
reserved position. What do
It's
you
not.
mean
It wasn't.
how?
But it wasn't a reserve position though. It was never a reserve
That's what
position.
that.
It's plan A.
Exactly. It was plan A. I was with her in high school.
Right.
Like It was in high school. So at the end of the day, we put each other on the shelf.
Well,
y'all gotta make sure
was you're both each other's plan A. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You gotta make sure you're aligned. Like you're her plan A as well. Because sometimes you'll leave a girl, you try to sow your wild oats, you know what I mean, get it all out of your system. You spin the block. She done moved. She done moved married. On. She done moved out. She's married. She already got the kids. She already,
I mean, at the end of the day, you just gotta swallow that loss pill and keep it moving. Then it's not you can't fuck up what she got going on because she in a happy spot. So now you gotta understand what's going on and if y'all can still be friends. But then at the end of the day, do you really want to be friends with somebody that you were in love with and then ruin what she already had? Because you're gonna put friction on that. You're gonna put on.
I love how confident guys are when they say like ruin what she got going on. Like y'all just got the power to just come in.
It's not even that. It's not the guys thing.
I just love that.
Okay, here's the thing, right? You're talking about the power, whatever the case may be. So if you're playing A and you moved on, right? And he comes around, but you're married. Your husband is not going for all that. He's not going for the fact that y'all used to talk and all this other thing, all this other crap, and y'all are friends now. No,
I don't know. I don't think that. Listen, everybody dates different people, but I'm definitely friends with a lot of my exes, and
it depends on what type of relationship it was, though. Everything just because it was your ex, it wasn't a whole. You was in love with this person.
Why would you think that? Why do you think
you was in love with every single one of your exes?
First of all.
You put an S on it.
No, so, I'm just saying if I dated 4 people, then I'm friends with 3 of the 4, and I probably love 3 of the 4. Now, granted, if you know me, then I was definitely in long-term relationships, but I'm still friends with those people.
Right, because it ends amicably. It ends like you're mature enough to end a relationship, and you can still be friends. Right. I agree with her. I feel like you could still.
Yeah, but you're going to have that conversation.
That's how women put you on reserve. That's how women put you on reserve, Speedy. She just lets you know that she has reserve 1, 2, 3, maybe 4, or maybe we're not too sure. But we definitely have 3 reserves, right? He's in a friend zone for now. Is that not what that said? Is that not what's being said?
Because I would never redate any of these people. Now,
spin the block. Look, she don't spin the block.
No. I wouldn't redate any of these people because they don't know me. They don't know me anymore. They knew me. You understand what I'm saying? You don't know me. You knew me. I'm not the same person that you dated 7 years ago, 10 years ago. So we're not even in the same place to revisit those type of things. I have elevated, and hopefully so have you. But I'm still your friend. We still can have that friendship because at one point in time we shared something special. So at the end of the day, I'm still open to being friends. And then my spouse,
and I still
right. My spouse, I think that you should be comfortable enough to be okay with that. That's just
so she just double talked this. Here's what happened just now, Speedy. It goes right back to the same point, right? So they have you in a friend zone, right? They are friends now. She's grown up. She's become a better person. She's evolved, right? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Yeah.
She's evolved, right? And hopefully they've evolved too. Evolution. And hopefully they meet her at the same level of elevation, right? So that just in case anything goes wrong, we can dip back over there because we had a thing and we still not out of touch. I still know your phone number. I still know what's going on. I can still pay attention. You know those girls that are your mom's best friend? They don't want to be your mom's best friend. What they want to be? They want to spy. They want to spy. That's all that is. That's a spy.
Mason, I will give you this. I will give you this point though, because I know a lot of girls who would rather double back than add some new,
no new bodies.
Right, no new bodies. So I will give you that little, courtesy. Like some of us do that. Keep you in the cut because we already know you. We're already familiar with you. We're already comfortable with you.
Exactly. So you know what that stroke is like. You know what that feeling is like. You know.
But that's during dry spells. That's not a reserve. That
could be a Tuesday. It depends on the girl and the day and the time. You never know what's going on. Sometimes she just want to celebrate. Yay, let's celebrate, my friend. Let's go.
But is it really a reserve when you're single though? Like.
I was in a relationship at one point, and I definitely had a reserve. I knew once this relationship was over, I was definitely going to go and check this person out.
Ooh. But is he a friend?
Not No, he was just somebody who I still kept in contact with. However,
that's why when you date guys, they be like, he is not your friend.
He moved away. It was long distance. You know, it was that type of vibe. And then when the relationship was over, I did revisit, but it wasn't for me in that time.
It was for him.
No. It wasn't. The relationship ended up not even. Sometimes the reserves is not even what you think it is. I thought that it was going to be this great thing, and it probably could have been. But when I got back with him, or revisited, or picked up the Junior's cheesecake, I took it out the refrigerator the last night. It was like. It was all a whole nother person.
It was
a whole other person, a whole other situation that had situations on top of situations that I wasn't willing to commit to.
But you didn't, because it didn't end on a bad note. You didn't have. Oh, she said leftovers. Leftovers are good.
You can't wait too long. You know what I mean? No, leftovers ain't good.
They go bad sometimes. They go bad sometimes.
Everything's about timing. Life is about timing. So you should know your cheesecake enough. Know your personnel enough to know when to jump back in. Know your personnel enough to know.
Some food is better when you put it in the refrigerator the night after.
Exactly.
That good old Thanksgiving.
Collard greens, candy yams. I can go on. I cook, so I know it's good the day after. I don't eat certain things the first night. You know, I eat it on the second and third night because the flavor is in there.
So
I'm the type that I don't.
Kori was going back for the flavor.
I don't like leftovers after the third day.
Right?
I don't really like them, but the second day is my cutoff day. The third day, I'm like a little skeptical on it. Like, it depends on what. Like macaroni and cheese, I can eat, but I ain't eating like no meat and none of that stuff third days. You get what I'm saying? So it depends on the person.
That went right back to our point, Speedy. Right back to our point. You just got to know your personnel, so you know that mac and cheese can last a little longer. So that's the guy from the hood in Harlem. So he can last a little bit longer. So we can put him on the top shelf. Then we got the guy from Brooklyn. He may last a little bit shorter time because you know he a little bit out there. You know your personnel. I respect it. Women know their personnel. I respect it.
Women have more reserves than men.
That's because you guys easily.
It's called the internet. They pick up their phone.
That's because their
phone. Listen, it's because the thirst trap.
Yes, exactly.
Like, y'all are accessible. Y'all let us come back. Y'all let us revisit.
We let y'all come back.
You let us revisit. Yes, Speedy. That's
how we let y'all revisit.
Man, when I say I don't fuck everything.
That don't how. So for you to have 100, I meant not 100, but females that have more reserves than men, that means that we let y'all come back. No, that means y'all allow us to come back. We the reserves. We the reserves. We the one in your phone. Listen,
came back and picked you up off the shelf.
Yeah, whenever we want.
Saying it like that.
Don't allow yourself.
Let me tell you what it is, though. They can check the temperature. Here's what's happening. Y'all check the temperature. Y'all know what it is because y'all already staying friends, right? You check in. Hey, mom, how you doing? How's everything? Blah 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 blah. You know, mom liked you because you was a favorite. So, bam, automatically you got info. Don't let you get close to a sister. Oh man, that's over. Everything. You get all the info, so you know exactly when. We are not that strategic. We ain't getting close to your mom and
y'all are not as smart as us.
Smart. It's not gonna be smart.
It just doesn't happen that way. Men and women are different. We got to acknowledge that. And women have those things and those tricks in their bags that men.
We do our research. We know exactly.
Y'all are just slick.
No, listen. We know exactly when the date is that y'all are about to move on and make something serious. Like we know when it's our time to slide in, make ourselves known. Hey, remember me? You know, reestablish the friendship. Before you telling this next girl you love her. You're trying to have her babies and all. Yeah, I like to stay relevant.
Exactly. Stay relevant. That's the key. Women staying relevant in men's lives. Watch out, brothers. Look out. Watch out.
Listen,
she's telling you all the tricks tonight.
That's a gem.
You're going through the tricks tonight. Stay relevant. Make sure you stay relevant.
Don't let you like one of my pictures or something. I'm like, oh, you see me. You see me.
He like me. You like me pictures?
No, I'm saying like if you have, because if guys haven't been around for a while, like, and then they just randomly, you know, just come back on your feed, loving your shit, you know, it's okay. I see you.
But see, I'm a smart ass.
I see you seeing me.
So here's the thing. On my page, I don't have a lot of pictures of my kids or my wife. So I'll do something smart and go to an X page and like everything. And yeah, you gonna jump in my DM and guess who's gonna answer? My wife.
Why are you even
Well,
playing like that?
why would you do that?
Because
Yeah.
why not?
Why? What do you mean?
You
Why
just
not?
said you wanted to
No,
be hold on, but Phil, hold on. You just said you wanted to be relevant, right?
Speedy, but you're in a
Okay,
different
so wait a minute.
situation,
Wait a
No,
Speedy.
minute.
no.
Okay.
You just said you wanted to be. You just said that you wanted to be relevant, right? So now that you thought you was relevant, but you're really not. I actually liked your picture. I don't want you to jump in my DM. I like what you had on.
Oh
I
no,
liked
Speedy.
your sneakers.
I'm not jumping in DMs, Speedy. I'm saying like mentally, I see you seeing me. I don't do DMs, Speedy. I don't
Give
have
her
to do
her.
that.
I'm just saying it don't have to be a DM.
I'm
A
saying
DM.
that's a
So
mental
so
note.
no no no.
Like
So
if
you're
you come
taking.
back and revisit
So
my page, I'm like,
you
hey,
do jump in DMs. You do jump in DMs. You call mothers and sisters. That's a DM.
no, oh no, no,
Yeah,
no,
it
no,
is.
no.
That's the old DM. That's the
I didn't say
DM.
that.
No, you
I
want to
didn't
talk about
say that I
social
call
media.
moms and
No, but if you
sisters.
talking to moms and sisters and you trying to
Mm-mm.
get information, that's the DM. You jumped in
Speedy,
there.
that my
He's
friend,
talking
that
about
never
the
came
old
out of my
deal.
mouth, Speedy. I don't gotta call moms and sisters. I don't. Yeah, I I know your life.
But you just said
I'm
that.
still. No, I said I'm still in contact with you. Like we still friends. We still cool. I ain't got to
He
call your
telling you
mama.
what's going on?
He
Ooh,
I got
is
to
telling
call
you
your
what's going
spicy.
mama.
on. He's crying me a
Yeah,
river
we
about that.
are
Why?
Spicy.
No, I'm just joking.
friends. Friends, Speedy,
What kind
friends.
of friends? No, we're
I
not.
mean,
Are
we
you not
are.
allowed to have female friends, sweetie?
Speedy,
You
No,
know
I
I'm
how
don't
great
have to have
friends,
any type
Speedy.
of friends, but if I
I'm great friends.
know that it's not like I go off of temperature, so if you start asking weird questions that you don't normally ask, then I'm shutting that down. But why are you asking me these questions? We're not.
what's a weird
We're,
question?
hmm?
Yeah.
What's a
You
weird
know
question?
when someone's picking and probing when they start asking about certain stuff they don't normally ask about. When the
You
conversation is
can
not
ask a
as
guy what's
normal.
up and he spill it all. Like what you
Oh,
mean? I could just be like, how's life? How you been? And
hi,
if you catch a dude on
pretty
the on
good.
the on the right day and he going through some things, oh, he gonna confide in you. Right, Speedy. Y'all the pillow talkers. What you mean, Speedy?
No,
We talk to men
no,
about our co-workers and the
no,
people you don't know, and we
nah,
telling those men
That's the
pillow
guys.
talk.
That's how they get you.
Men
It's
pillow
the
nah,
talk.
coworker.
Men
nah.
pillow
They
talk.
really
That's
talk
That's
about
they
probably
themselves.
that's
do.
listen. The men that spill it all is probably having a fucked up time in their crib. So yeah, but if you got somebody that's not like me, like no, I'm not pillow talking. That gets you in trouble. I don't do none of that.
Which
I
is
don't do
why
no.
so many men are always in trouble, Speedy. They pillow
I don't do
talkers.
too much pillow.
Trust.
No, I don't do pillow talk. I don't listen. Here's the thing. I don't even do the double date thing. Like I don't do that. Like that's a whole pillow talk
You
within.
got a whole manual. You need to write a book, my brother. At this
Real shit.
point, like,
I
Right.
don't even do the double date thing.
give
The
him the
whole
blueprint.
You don't give
this
them
is
no
your
insight
girlfriend,
on
this is
what's
her
going on in
husband
his
type
house.
situation. Oh well, you and my girlfriend's husband should exchange numbers. No, you're not getting me in that type of situation. That's a whole different. Because at the end of the day, just because y'all now met, now his wife feels as though it's cool to call you and find out where he's at. No, I'm not. No, I don't do
Well,
all
he
that.
said,
I
I
keep
think
my
long term, because I ain't think about it like that.
yeah. I don't do all that. Yeah, you're not getting information out of me. You thought you was slick and slide. No, nope. I'm shutting all that down. Don't call my phone. I don't know where you're at. That's your problem, your situation. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I don't even.
All right, we gotta bring it back because we done got off topic. We done went all the way around on this one, and we was only on question number one. Number two, how do you groom or maintain your reserve during their time of waiting? And so on Tuesday, I kind of found out or figured out that I was a reserve at one point. That was amazing. Shout out to side panel. Yeah.
Oh, got it. Shout out to Side Panel.
Shout out to side panel. And then I guess I found out that I was being groomed. I didn't know I was being groomed. I don't like the word groom. Grooming sounds so
Oh
bad
yeah,
to
that
me.
was a
You
bad
think about
word.
bad things. I don't like the word groom. Why would you use that? You was grooming me? Grooming. Okay. So, I mean, she
Confirmed.
should really be here. Side Peter should really be here and tell the people. I mean, hold on for a second. How do you groom the person during waiting? What do you do? Oh, no. She don't know. She don't remember. Anyways,
You bring them seafood, right? You make sure that they're
Oh,
well fed, right? You find out what they like, and you make sure you still
that's true.
put it out there.
You
Still
take the
put it out
kids to
there.
school.
Make sure. Take the. Oh, look at you. You got ideas now.
No.
Take your kids to school. I mean, sometimes
I
you got to
take the
drop
kids
the
to
kid
school.
off. What else you got to do?
Lord. I
How else
think
you
it's
groom them?
like
You just stay. How you stay relevant?
you keep the lines of communication open. You know what I mean? You do just enough
See,
to stay around, keep them interested. Just a thirst trap here or there. Just sprinkle it on the timeline.
how you sound like
Little things.
you do it on the
Why you
timeline, or
think
you
you all
sending
like
like a
in the
DM, or do
relationship
you
though?
just like send
No,
them a
I already
personal
told
picture?
you, Mason. I don't have to do a DM. Did you see my picture for this promo? So, look, I don't have to send you.
Ooh.
Just
Spicy. I'm
saying.
gonna shut my mouth on that. I'm gonna hush my mouth on that one.
I'm
Ooh,
just saying.
spicy.
I don't do the DM thing, but I mean, I do stay relevant. I like them to stay interested.
Ooh. Ooh.
And I'm
Everybody go look at
I'm
that picture.
yeah, and I'm interesting. I'm interested. That's why I tried to dress a little modest for the for the actual podcast.
Play.
I wanted the focus to be my mind,
I guess I want to say I agree. You just stay relevant. You do just enough. I don't know. But me in my own experience, I guess I don't know. I always talk about how this just happened, but it just happened because she was always around. So like she's just always in the mix. Like she said, kept the lines of communication open and kind of like going out her way when she didn't really have to go out her way.
Right. Talk to you like they care, act like they care, concerned about what's going on in your life.
But was definitely spilling all the beans. So you know how you were saying like the pillow talk, like what I'm like, but I'm thinking it's just friendship. I thought we was just friends. She told me I was
in the meantime it's building and y'all growing and you becoming attached because you getting used to this constant conversation. You getting used to this confidant. That's how they do it. It becomes somebody that you lean on. And then slowly but surely, they're who you're calling every time you got a problem.
Here's the
you
thing.
wake up and you in a whole relationship. They like you my girl.
And you think you thinking about them when you off the wake up. You like
no, I ain't say all of that. I didn't know.
No, that's what's happening. Look,
I didn't know.
It catches you off guard and you're surprised, but you're like, why am I concerned about them? Why am I thinking about them? Yeah, girl, that's grooming. Grooming.
So it sounds to me. I'm just saying. I'm just listening. That y'all put more time and energy than the side piece than y'all do y'all main relationships.
I've never had a side piece.
Saying the reserves or whatever the case may be.
This was not me grooming. This was how I was groomed.
Yeah, I was groomed.
I think it looks different for men and women. I would think that I never like I said, I was just a friend in my situation with my reserve back then. But today, like, or when I got in this relationship with Sal Piano, I was the one. I guess I was the reserve. I don't know.
You know what? You got to give yourself more credit because you would definitely kept the interest in and the spotlight on yourself. I'm sure you did that in some way. You stayed relevant. Like even though Side Panel was doing what Side Panel was doing, women do things to let the man know that is appreciated.
You
and
were
welcome.
seasoning the pot too.
You know what I'm saying? So we got to, yeah, exactly. Keeping it spicy, you seasoning the pot too. So like Naja said, like you do your thing, you stay relevant, right? You do your thing. So even though Side Panel may have been wooing you, you were being receptive to that wooing. You was accepting that seafood. You was opening that door like, oh, this for me, baby.
Of course.
All right, let's put it on the table. Let me make you a plate of this.
And then you gotta make sure you the top contender. Like you gotta be.
But at the end of the day, but you want that though. But you want that because if you didn't want it, if you was getting wooed by somebody you wasn't attracted to, didn't want to be around, it didn't make a difference. It's a waste of time.
I feel like it's that promise of like one day you have that in the back of your head, like one day we gonna be together. One day, I think that's what happens during the grooming process. It gets you to thinking like, could we be together? What would this be like if we did actually, get
imagination starts.
Listen, where it's going. The conversation changes. All the conversation changes. It's not the day one conversation. Hey, how you doing? It's more in depth now. What do you want to do this weekend, or we're start talking
Oh
about.
yeah, no, yeah. You could tell when it starts to change. Where
good.
You should be able to tell when it's going, like when it starts to change, like that person's actually no longer dealing with their previous situation or in their previous relationship, and now it becomes.
Reserve got a little one up though, because they're able to do that research in the friendship stages. They
Right.
able to know like what
But
your
here's
current
the
partner
thing.
does wrong, what they do to make you mad, the things that you're interested in, the things that you like. So
That's why they
honestly,
plan
it
A.
might be a little right. It might be a little bit of manipulation. It might be a little like one up, and it's like you know,
Talk about them women. Talk
But
about
but
them women. Go ahead.
but here's the thing, though.
I'm not talking about.
Y'all do your research on the reserve then, but you should have did your research on the beginning too. I'm just saying. Research is it's
What do you
ongoing,
mean? What do
right?
you mean?
This is why you
What do you
date for
mean?
2 weeks. This is why you talk to them for 2 weeks before you ever take them on a date. You got to learn these things, right? Right,
Man,
Kori?
I don't know. Let's jump into our comments.
like I'm done with y'all trying to get on me. Let's go somewhere else.
Let's just jump into
She's
the
running away. She's gone.
She's running. She's a runner.
All right. So they said the person that's waiting for you to break up with your person to pick me. A person working with reserves are often trying to have their cake and eat it too. Possibly may feel like they can't get everything from one person. So, wait, where am I at? Oh, so they have sides or multiples just in case. Not in most cases. It's a fact. This is true. Right from Jay. They said Mason was hitting on the nose. Just got me a slice from Junior's.
That's code. That's code talk now.
That's cold. You hear him. Not everybody going.
No, I don't think that's code talk.
Like I got
It's
my
code.
juniors. I got
So
my.
is it mutual?
Got some juniors.
Is it mutual? Is it mutual?
It
It's
is.
what
I
mutual?
told I think it's mutual because you have to receive it. So I mean, there's a little bit of encouragement on both sides.
Yeah.
I just want y'all to know that this is Vito, who we were inspired by this topic from, and he's just laughing at us in these comments.
Laughing.
Pretty much not friend but cordial. Mason got jokes tonight, man.
I'm so sick.
I hope you guys in the audience are having a good time.
They loving you, Mason.
Men will actually tell you to keep in the cut for when another man mess up. Oh, what kind of?
Oh, well.
Men will actually tell you to keep them in the cut for when another man mess up. Oh, girl, what kind of?
I'm not telling nobody to keep me in the cut. I'm not in the cut nigga. I'm just speaking on me. I'm not an in the cut nigga. You can't keep me in the cut. I'm not one of those back pocket people. Nah.
Too big.
That's not true. That women have more reserves than men. Shaking my head. No, there are more females to one man already. Okay, so she's saying that men have more reserves than women because naturally,
I think men have more side pieces. We have more reserves. Men definitely have more side pieces.
I might agree with you on that.
What's up, Sergio?
Molding. I like the word molding better than grooming. Let's use molding.
Grooming. Yeah, because grooming sounds a little like rapey.
That's so bad.
Sounds rapey.
Sounds a little rapey.
I don't want to be.
I don't want to know. What's the safe word? Like, no.
Pineapple.
No. I felt unsafe in that moment. All right.
No,
saying grooming is like the word submissive. It's one of those type words, huh?
No.
Yo,
Skeeter, you on one tonight. Is you turned up? He said, "New year, new me."
I like this. I like this.
God, I love it. You love what they love. If you know that you're married, trust me, I'm not liking. If I know that you're married, trust me, I'm not liking your pic. I'm not jumping on the DM. So there. Sometimes the ex just wants to be nosy, and that is all. Hello. Oh, hey, Mr. D. Peterson. Long time no see. A man never comes to a situation as the cut do. Every woman put every man in the cut. All right, y'all.
Yeah. Yo. I understand the friend zone.
Y'all is it the guy in the friend zone? Y'all just making stuff up.
Hey, yeah. Now look,
I was once told by Kori that girls have 5 different dudes. Right? She got one to drive them somewhere, one to bring them seafood, one to take them out, one
The work
that gets the loving.
husband. Yep.
The work husband, like there's 5 different ones, right, Kori? So there's 5 different guys. So this is what I was told. I was taught this early on in some of our earlier episodes. So by the way, happy 1 year anniversary to us. But this is what I was taught. I was taught by Kori that there are different guys for different situations, and each guy has to play their role, right?
Right.
But you're not in the reserve. You have a role.
That's the reserve. Your role is the reserve.
No, because some roles there's no
no graduation.
There's no promotion. Your promotion is in doubt. That's why you have a role. That's why you're only eligible to be the food guy, the car guy, and whatever other guy. That's why your promotion was always in doubt.
Who says a reserve has promotional?
Y'all said that's the one.
That's the one. Yeah, y'all said the reserve is plan A. Y'all said that in the beginning. That your reserve is actually your plan A.
I learned that on this episode.
My reserve is my plan A, but I mean,
right. So I just feel like if I'm plan A, why do I have to wait? Why do I have to sit on the shelf at all? If you know what you want, come get it.
Ooh.
It sounds good, but are y'all communicating? It sounds good, but are you communicating that? Because when I tell you what I want and you're not 100% with it, then what?
I'm a communicator, Speedy. I communicate. So yes.
Okay, you communicate, but do you listen?
But I want. Oh no, I don't. You're right.
There it goes. Bingo. I know it was something. You talk that shit. I'm trying to tell you. Listen, it's more to it. It's more to it. Listen, I respect it. I respect that. So you can communicate what you want, but you still not listening what that other person wants, though. So at the end of the day, it's no communication. So
I told y'all from the beginning. I do like from the beginning. If I'm young and like we still gotta like figure ourselves out, I want to be a whole person. I want to be 100% me. Know exactly who I am, where I stand before I commit to anything. Anyway, so like I liked what you said in the beginning. You had to go grow. Your wife had to go grow. Then you come back together. I just hope that when people are doing that, they are keeping their lines of communication open. And then I'm also your plan A. Because if I'm thinking, oh, I'm gonna do this for a couple of years, I'm gonna get myself together, get this degree, get all this, and then I'm gonna come back for you. If she's not thinking the same thing, then your leftovers is getting eaten by somebody else, my man.
But again, know your personnel. Know your personnel. Make sure that if you're paying attention to that person and you're making that person feel like, hey, listen, there's possibility and hope. Just like you said, you will stay relevant. As much as I'll stay relevant, you'll stay relevant too. So that the possibility is still there, right? So as long as you nurturing that and you don't let that die, I think that's how you groom. That's how you groom that person.
But in the meantime,
that's how you mold that person.
Are you in relationships in the meantime? Like, so while I'm sitting in the reserves and you know that I'm what you're coming back for and I'm the one you want, in the meantime, are you having full-on relationships? Are you just hooking up? Are you like, what is happening in that?
It depends on what stage you are in your life. Depends on if you're in college and you're away, there's gonna be some hookups. So you got to be realistic. If you're in the army, and you're stationed in South Sudan, you may not be hooking up. You may just be there with your gun and some sand. Like there may be nothing else for you, right? So I mean, it depends on your situation.
But here's the thing: if I am in a relationship and you know that, how long are you going to sit as a reserve? That's the question you need to ask yourself. Why are you letting yourself sit as a reserve? What are you waiting for? Because you're waiting for that person to come back. He's not waiting to come back around for you.
But I think that even as a reserve, you can know. I guess if you have these conversations, you can know that you're the reserve, but that don't mean that I'm just sitting here on my hands waiting for you. No, I'm test driving shit.
Maybe
that's what's happening. I'm outside.
But I'm still staying number one though. I'm still staying number one though.
And keep it real, a lot of guys can't handle that. A lot of guys can't handle us test driving and us like, testing the waters and us experimenting. I mean, you might be realistic, but a lot of guys are not secure enough to deal with.
A lot of females are not secure enough neither, especially if it's something that they want. If you want it, you don't want nobody else to have it. I don't care what you are, how secure you are.
Human people in the general. I don't like to share anything.
If you see a pair of shoes in the store,
I don't
You
want
buy
you to
them
have a
shoes. You don't
conversation.
want nobody else to have those shoes
I don't
that
want
you.
no used. Yeah, I don't want no used shoes. No, I want no used.
But they was yours
But
first.
let me ask you this: so when you go back for your reserve, do y'all discuss what happened in this gray
Listen,
area, or does
when I
everybody
went,
just pick up?
listen,
No
when I went back
details. No
to
details.
when I went back to my wife, she had a whole child. I had to accept that. So that means she was in a whole nother relationship. She, she was doing all of that. So I still wanted her and I loved her. I took the baggage of everything that came with that. So I grew in that aspect. That's what I wanted. And she also wanted me in that aspect. So it's like if y'all don't want each other, it's not like even a communication thing. It's a feeling thing. It was like more of a feeling thing. We never talked. I came back home. I was home, and so happenly, I ran into her in the store. Not even looking, just in the store. Where you at? I'm here. I'm there. All right, we exchanged telephone numbers. Boom. We talking. Went out on a date. She was like, "Listen, before we go back down this road, let me tell you, I got a son." From the rip. Are you cool with that? So that means she had a whole nother relationship and everything while I wasn't around. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, what do you, even though you the reserve and something else comes around, are you able to deal with that person having a whole nother relationship? Maybe having multiple baby mamas, maybe having multiple kids. Like that's what you got to put in accountability. And a lot of people are not willing to do that.
Because you said multiple, that's probably why, Speedy. But
I'm just saying, we're talking about today's people. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's
right,
people that got multiple
Like in
kids.
the
I mean,
reserve,
there's a cap. There's a cap on how many baby mamas I'm willing to,
What's the cap?
It's
Two
like
and a half?
two baby mamas. 2.5. So one,
two and a
the
half.
2.5 is one that lives out of town that we ain't got to deal with.
Okay, so that's your cap on baby mama. So your cap on baby mamas is 2.5, but how many kids though?
Ooh, Speedy.
Exactly.
Speedy. I like it though, Speedy. I work with kids, but I have my own.
You later,
That,
kid.
I got a couple myself, so I look. Not into the Brady bunching. I'm not into the Brady bunching. Look, I can't do the Brady bunching. And
Y'all love them
Speedy,
that
and
much.
it also depends on the age of the kids too. Like you gotta think about that kind of stuff. You got teenagers, we cool, we rocking out. If you got a newborn, you're probably still
No
smashing
1
that
years
baby mama.
old. One and down, you can't have a relationship. You're not ready
Right,
yet.
like,
One and
and
down.
she's still crazy, and she still wants you, and you're probably still going over there every time you don't want to pay child support. Like, so no, I don't fuck with that.
No. Depends on the person though.
Where my gunshots, Mason? Like,
No, no. It's just the line. At the end of the day, when it comes down to relationship, man, women, man, whatever. When it comes to a relationship, it just comes down to communication and your own growth within yourself. What can you deal with? How much of this person's flaws can you deal with? Because to me, it's like I don't want to be. I got married, so it's like when I get a headache, that's one pill. If I was still out in the street and I got a headache, that's multiple pills. I'm trying to feed multiple things. I'm looking for different outlets. So it depends on what you want to do and how are you able to be comfortable within yourself. That's what it all comes down to. It's like, you can't no reserves or whatever. If you want to play the reserves life or you want to ride the bench your whole life, then that's you. Everybody can't be a star player. Everybody can't be the star player. If that's what you want to do, a lot of people practice the game.
Do you think that a person that's on reserve, like, do they have value and respect for themselves? If they're, I don't know.
It depends. It depends on you.
How long
It
you're
depends
there
on
too.
Right. It depends on how long
that's
you can sit there.
that's the ultimate thing. Like if I come into the situation and I meet you and you in a situation, I guess, or whatever, or I spin the block, or we bump back into each other, whatever is the case, and you in a situation, but it might not be a good time in that situation. I mean, like I said, ain't nobody sitting on their hands, but
You know the Steve Harvey story?
With his wife, yes, that's dope.
So
That's
that's a great example of people being on reserve, right? So they split up, went different ways, had different lives, had different relationships, long lasting ones, and they came back together later on in life. It's the same
And then
thing.
it works because the timing
It
was perfect. Like,
works
yeah,
continuously.
right.
But you know what it was though? She definitely he always
He said he
speaks
wasn't
about
ready at the time. That's
he
what his
wasn't
statement
ready
was. He
and
wasn't
she knew
ready at the
she
time.
wanted and he knew he didn't want to mess it up because he knew that
I
she was
rest my
going to be
case.
Right.
his
Because if he
person.
played with
I
her when
rest
he
my
was
case.
20, yeah, if he played
It
with her when
wasn't
he was
going to never
20, he would have
happen.
lost it.
That is my definition of reserve. That example
Okay.
is what my reserve is. When I say reserve, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking
So,
about that
You're
type of
plan A.
situation.
so you're saying that the person did respect themselves and value themselves.
Yeah, there was no disrespect in that
There was no
situation. There
disrespect
was
in that
no
situation,
disrespect.
yeah.
Yeah, you had your own thing going on, but I wasn't ready. I know that I'm not. I know myself. People be lying to themselves. People know themselves better than they give credit for. And sometimes you want something that's good and you like, nah, but I'm not ready for that. But I don't want to lose out on this. And this is how things
And I'll
become
fuck
like
it up.
spiral.
Right.
And then so instead of fucking up, you know what? I'm gonna remove myself, but I'm gonna stay close. You still the reserve, you still whatever. But I'm just
Stay
not ready for
close.
that right now. I'm gonna stay close. What you said? Stay relevant, right, Nigel?
Yeah,
Stay
stay
relevant.
relevant.
So I'm gonna stay
Right.
relevant. But I'm not ready for that. You're a good person. I'm not gonna dog you out. I'm not gonna treat you bad. You don't deserve that. That's not the life for you. I'm not gonna do that to you because I respect you enough.
But
I
Mason,
think
but
that's
that all comes.
important. I think that's important too. You got to go through that phase because if you do get something great and you're not ready for it, that's when all the cheating comes in and all the unnecessary
Exactly.
bullshit. Because you get a man who's not mature enough, they're not ready, they haven't settled,
There's nothing wrong with
they haven't established themselves. There's nothing wrong with having
nothing
that
wrong with that.
phase where you have to like get your mind right, and then you come
Part
to a
of
place
life.
where like you ready for a wife, you ready for the family,
Just
you
like
ready
Speedy
to
said,
be
then
a
he goes
man.
and he gets
Right,
his girl, and that's what you
right.
do.
Pretty much. I mean, but sometimes we also look at the reserve as toxic though. You can't be in anything toxic and then think it's gonna come back around and you're still toxic. Like it just comes back to you knowing yourself. And once you know yourself, then you know your personnel and everything is cool. And then the communication comes in. Long as if you're talking and you're still relevant, okay, the communication is there. But if you're not, trying to impose your will or whatever the case may be, and you're just playing your part and you're going with the flow, then I guess it's okay if they're not in a committed relationship because I mean it's all mutual. We all know what's going on. Like, listen, I'm talking to this person over here, and you're talking to this person, but we're still cool. We didn't have a toxic relationship when we was together. I mean, it's all right. I mean, I feel as though that's okay. But when it's toxic and all that coming around and spinning the block
Oh
and
yeah.
you doing this and doing that and that, no, I'm not. It's over and done. It's like there's no reserves. There's no nothing. The flat tire is flat. I'm gonna go get a brand new tire. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
We
That's
done,
just
He's
we
over
done
here changing
reference.
tires.
We reference food. We reference.
Side cars.
because sometimes when you try to just you try to paint a picture, sometimes you can't because when you talk about men and women, is you know you got to use an object so no one feels attacked. It's like
cheesecake.
pretty much cheesecake.
Everybody going home
Top
hungry.
shelf refrigerator.
Top
Well,
shelf.
I feel bad. I feel bad for everybody who's not the reserve then, because if you saying that like the reserve is your plan A, you gonna go back and get your girl when you get your shit together. What like all these other females in the middle of this, like
But everyone's not
they have
everyone
feelings too.
Everyone's
everyone's not
player.
the same. Everyone's not the same. Everyone doesn't meet that person.
I'm just saying like that they have to know like there's an expiration date on this. You know what I mean? Like if you already have it in your
Everything
mind,
expires at some
right?
point.
Like so if I'm dealing with you and I'm not your reserve, if you already have a reserve in your life and I'm dealing with you and I catch feelings, that's a little sad for me. Because
Not
ultimately
necessarily,
we're
not
going to end.
necessarily because it's a reserve. At the end of the day, even
I'm
though,
saying
but
if I'm not the reserve, I'm saying if I'm not the reserve and I'm dealing with you and you already have a reserve lined up in your head, you know when you get your shit together, you have a woman that you are going back for. But I'm the in between, like Tom, and that I catch feeling. That's a little sad for me.
No, because in my situation, even if I would have found somebody, so my main reason for coming back here is because what I couldn't find what I want. So, I came back home and I knew it was something there. Now, if that thing that I came back home was not available anymore, then I have to move on.
Right, but
You
then are you
understand what I'm saying?
settling?
Because
Then are you settling?
no, I'm not settling. I'm respecting her wishes because she's in a different relationship. I can't break that up. Nor am I going to wait for her to, for main man to fuck up and all that other. So now once he fucked up, now I got broken baggage that I gotta fix and all this other stuff. No, it's like a whole bunch of extra work. It's just at the end of the day, it's knowing your personnel. It all comes back to that. I don't care however you spin it. I don't care if you throw it up in the air, bounce it off the ground. It's just knowing your personnel, having that conversation, keeping the lines. If you're keeping the lines of communication open and y'all being honest, then cool. You know what's going on. You know what's happening. He ain't necessarily pillow talking and all that other stuff, but if he
I
giving you
think
that information because he wanted to give you that information.
I think that anybody who stays anywhere doing anything for too long is just not a way to respect yourself or value yourself. I don't want to wait for you for 4 years, 5 years, 2 years to get your shit together. I'm not. I'm just personally not. I understand my value, my worth. So why would I sit here and wait for
And
you?
so does Steve Harvey's wife. She understood her value and her worth. She didn't get
That
devalued
worked
by
for
staying
that
on.
worked for her. I'm just
That
saying he
that's a
did
good
catch the
example though.
effort.
She's saying it's not gonna work for her.
He
Oh,
called
it's
her
not gonna
effort
work
like
for
no,
you. Okay,
not gonna
okay.
work for me. That worked for her. That's
Gotcha.
amazing. But it didn't. It wouldn't work for me. I'm not.
And not everybody's Steve Harvey. Let's be honest. Like, I
Right.
mean,
He probably got money. Some of
Hey,
these
That
niggas
Hey,
money
is
hey, hey,
low.
listen, can I jump in?
Hey,
Kori,
Tito,
what up,
welcome to
baby?
Hush Your Mouth.
What's
Welcome to
going
Hush Your
on,
Mouth.
man?
Thank you for popping in.
I got an interesting subject tonight. You know I'm here.
Can you
Sorry
just
I'm
turn your
late,
camera
but
sideways, the landscape way? You hear me? Just turn your camera sideways. I was trying to text you in
you
a private chat. You wasn't listening.
okay.
It's all right. Thank you.
Yeah, you know I'm here.
You there, but you gotta just turn your camera sideways. But if you can't do it, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I can't do that.
It's all right. Don't worry about it.
Um, damn the reserves. Y'all a little off topic a little bit. Reserve is not for a dude that's a cheater. You heard?
We didn't say
It's
that.
not for a dude that's a cheater. But the way y'all making it seem is like they're cheating. They got somebody on the side or somebody in the cut. Or that's
Oh,
not
a plan B.
considered like cheating. Like
Oh, yeah.
like I heard y'all say like Steve Harvey's wife. These guys got real life reserves. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Dre wife, she probably found out about his reserve. You never know. Sometimes they find out about the reserves, but you never know. These top guys, happy wife, happy life. These are the ones with the reserves.
You
So
want to explain that a little bit more? You want to
y'all
dive a
wanna
little deeper
y'all
there?
wanna know y'all wanna know y'all wanna know the
Trust.
meaning of reserves.
Yes.
Every dude in life paid for pussy in life, right?
no.
Every dude. Whether
oh.
they took a girl out
Speedy said
on a
no.
date, whether they took them to the movies, whether you courted her just to get some buns, every nigga did it. That's
Every
just
girl's for
life.
sale.
It's
Every
not
girl's
that
not
it's
the
for
same.
sale. It's just
It's
that
not just for sale.
that's what we was raised to do. To court a woman. You understand?
Right.
Oh shit. My bad, John.
It's all right.
But reserve me for these dudes that be having, that stashing that cutting the stash. Like dudes pay for it to have a reserve, to be happy, to
So you're
never have
saying
no
one way or
drama.
another? Oh,
Huh?
oh. Oh, the reserve. Okay, wait a minute. So your definition of reserve, which we got this on Tuesday from you, but I came up with my whole own interpretation as a woman would do.
Right, because he done
We just making shit
changed it
up.
up.
But what exactly are you saying? You're saying that it's
I'm
to be able
saying,
to have these privileges?
you said what?
You're saying it's to be able to have these privileges, or
No, happy wife, happy life. That means your wife finds out about nothing ever. Never.
Wait, wait. I got a
wait,
And
look at
dudes
question.
pay
Speedy.
for that.
Look
We
at Speedy.
That's a
Vito.
reserve. See, y'all talking about somebody you're feeling in the cut. No, a reserve is somebody that you have, that your wife, your kids, no one knows about this. NFL players have it. Basketball players have it.
That's
Athletes
cheating.
have it. All these
That's
dudes with real
cheating.
money.
That's cheating.
It's cheating. You can call it cheating. They don't feel like it's cheating because guess what? Their wife would never know.
It's
So
cheating.
because she
He just
doesn't
didn't get
know,
caught.
doesn't know it's
No,
not
bro,
cheating.
I can't. I can't.
But
No,
that's the
Right.
definition. That's the definition of reserve. Happy
no,
wife, happy life.
So
no,
she
no.
has a reserved spot always. So this is the woman that when you die, she's
No,
in the funeral. She's in the back of the funeral with this side baby in the back of the
you
church.
never.
That's
She probably not even coming to the funeral and no, she cannot have a side baby. I told you, happy wife, happy life.
happy life. Okay.
You understand? He has a female in the cut that doesn't
I
catch
don't
feelings for
understand,
him.
Vito.
How? But bro,
Listen,
I'm not
I've
understanding.
seen.
How is
So
she
what?
not catching
So
feelings?
listen. So you saying happy life, happy wife, right? And you got all this on the side. What was the point of getting married?
All
Real
right, so I
shit.
know
What
a
was the
female
point?
that did it. I know a female that dated. She don't date him. She's his reserve. She's been his reserve for 10 years.
Okay, so that's just
When
he has.
when 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 he moves, when he moves to a different team, so does she and the whole family.
So she's just a kept woman. That's what a
Pretty
reserve is.
much.
She's a
She's
kept
just some
woman.
some.
She's
She's a
quiet.
major.
She
That's his
does
She's an
reserve.
ongoing side
That's his
dish.
reserve, and that's I'm trying to explain to you on all levels. So that's the high level. Like
Okay,
that's
so
the
what's the
high
low
level
level?
of
What's the
reserve.
regular common folk
so
level? I
what's
want to
a
know
hood
what's the
yeah,
level
so
for
what's
us
a
in the
hood
streets.
nigga
I'm a
reserve? What's a
what's our give us the breakdown. Give it to us real quick. I want to know what does that look like on all levels. Then okay, so that's the high end. So there's no is there a difference between what is that like a
All right,
mistress
so
or a side
business
piece
level,
and a reserve?
business, that's not a side piece. That's not a mistress. That's not somebody he has feelings for. That's not nobody. This is what I'm trying to break it down to y'all. This is why the women would, the wife would never find out. She cannot have
Okay,
no feelings for him. He cannot have no feelings for her. They
just
have a
somebody he like have
agree
sex with.
arrangement. He
arrangement.
courts her. He courts her like we're taught to do from young. You understand? It could be in the NFL. It could be a middle class businessman, working man, when he takes trips somewhere or this or that. Like it's like that. I've seen it.
But Vito, that's
Okay,
not courting. Because courting is when you like are trying to get to know someone, you're trying to build, that's what courting. So this person that you're describing is this someone they enjoy
Have
having
on the
sex
side.
with. Yeah,
You're
that
courting
doesn't
somebody. You want to show them off.
somebody you want to get to know them. You
You
have
want to get to
feelings
know
for
them. You
them.
want everybody to get to know them. When
Right.
you're courting
That's what
somebody,
courting is. You're talking about a certified side
side
dish.
piece.
That's what happened here, Vito. And
It's
I
not
don't
a
like it.
is not yeah, but guess what? My point is you'll never find out.
That's cheating, bro.
What?
yo, he
That's
said that's
Vito.
cheating.
cheating.
Like however you want to spend it. Money, no money. That's cheating. When you're courting someone,
I understand, brother.
He
bro.
said
Vito,
When
that's
you
and
when you find a
who's
female,
not
right?
finding out about this, Vito? Who's not finding out about this? Like
are you
what kind of
so you wait a minute, hold on.
07
So this
agents
brings
are you?
wait a minute. So this brings us kind of
Hold on,
like
let
the
me
question.
hear. Yeah, let me.
This kind of brings us to question 4, which is like, are you cheating if you actively keep your reserve happy just in the event of your relationship failing? But you're saying your whole point of view is completely different. You're like, it's not even about having a relationship. It's more so about the fact that your wife won't ever find out about this person because y'all have an arrangement. It's a type of
That's called the reserve.
You just
That's a
You're
reserve.
keeping it a being with yourself. You're not happy. So if you're
Yeah.
That's not true. That's not true.
Yeah, it is true because you're going somewhere else to court somewhere else. So why won't you court your wife and put all that energy into your wife?
I got it.
Yeah,
I
like,
got it, Steve. Because this reserve does shit that the wife don't do, right? Or no? Because if your wife does everything,
You said that the wife don't do.
she said the reserve does things that the wife
reserve does
doesn't
things that the
do.
wife doesn't do. Clearly, because I don't understand.
You know,
No,
it's
that's not it either.
I'm mind blown. So then, what are you talking about? I'm blown.
I'm mind
Because
blown.
this could go with. I'm trying to put it in a way where we don't have to blow this topic out of control. You understand? Because then we're going to talk about what's the percentage of men that get married that don't cheat, or what's the percentage of men that don't cheat,
Bro.
or
Here's
what have you
the
ever
thing. I'm
heard?
gonna save you. I'm gonna save you all that, right? I'm married. I got caught cheating, and I'm
I
still
heard
married.
you already.
Listen,
I know you got caught cheating.
But how did you know that?
How did I know that?
Because
How?
Vito knows
Because you a
men, and
man.
he thinks you're all cheaters. Because Vito
Because you're a
knows we're all
man.
cheaters. I know it, Vito.
No, bro. But here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Because I'm
Once
a
I
man.
realized to put all that energy into my household, there's nothing else out there that I want. So I'm not understanding why are you courting another woman if you have that at home?
When you get caught cheating, when you get caught cheating, I'm sure that's what you're gonna do. But if you never got caught,
no, bro, it don't make a difference.
But what if you never got? But what if you never? What if you never got caught? Would you still feel the same way?
Yes.
All right. It's just a question. You said you got caught.
No, Speedy. I feel like that was a contradiction. No, Speedy.
You said you got caught.
I feel like
you said you got caught
in your household.
And
listen, but here's my thing.
You said you got caught cheating, and then you realized,
it was whatever I was going through at the time. It was what I was going through. It had nothing to do with her. So once I realized my shit stunk, just like everybody else shit stunk, and I grew the fuck up.
But they asked me a question. They asked me a question. They said, did she do something? Is something wrong at home? Is something wrong with her? And I said, it could be nothing wrong with her. And you just answered the question for me.
Here's the thing, bro. You're talking about courting another woman and your wife not knowing about it. So if you're doing that, if you're courting this woman and you're having a happy life, why your wife can't know about it?
Why do men cheat then? That's kind of like the same thing.
I feel like the minute you're deceptive, the minute you're having even
conversations
that I'm not privy to, that's the basis of an emotional affair, and that's cheating to me. If I can't be a part of the conversations, if you have to sneak around to do it, then I feel like that's deceptive, and I feel like you're cheating. So you don't need to be with me. That's what I feel like cheating is. Anything that you can't do in front of me or with me is cheating.
So if you can't bring your reserve around here, and I don't know
if you can't bring your reserve to me, right? If you can't text her and show me what the text is saying, that's cheating. If we can't go on a trip together, you a cheater.
I want to say something though. This is going.
Of course,
you can't get your will on.
But you're not a cheater. You're not a cheater if you never get caught.
Not just
a lot of guys think
you're still cheating, regardless.
That's cheating.
If you get caught or not,
of course, I'm not.
All of that is cheating.
I'm not saying
you
that.
Still a cheater, Vito. Vito, you a cheater, Vito. Whether you get caught or not, you a cheater. What you mean?
All right, so I'm about to blow all of y'all.
I know, but you're not gonna ever think I'm a cheater because I never got caught.
I'm not gonna think you're a cheater. So you know you're a cheater, but your wife thinks that you're faithful. So
I said happy wife. I said happy wife, happy life. That's what, and it'd be nothing wrong with their wife. It's just men. It's just men. I know men. It is what it is. He's married. He got caught cheating. It happens. But some niggas got reserves where they never get caught cheating.
Are you
It's
trying
not
to
the
say
fact that they no. It's not the fact that they don't get caught cheating.
What you said?
Trust and believe. The woman knows that what's going on. They pay attention to us enough where they know when we move differently. I don't give a fuck. You
I
got a
don't know,
pattern.
bro.
Once you break that pattern, bro, it's they know.
So let me
So
jump in real
if you
quick.
think you're not, you know what I'm
Before
saying?
you jumping, I've been trying to jump in for like 5 minutes.
Oh no, I was just gonna read. I was gonna back up what Vito was saying based on Webster's diction. Well, not Webster's, the Urban Dictionary.
I was gonna Google it before.
So I got you.
I was going.
Let me shoot you some bell on what he's trying to say
I was
based
gonna
on
Google
Urban
it.
Dictionary.
Okay, well,
So
wait.
the girl the girl that you believe that you've been dating for years and are now cheating on, but won't leave you. She has no idea and believes everything you say. She doesn't question spending entire weekends with your friends. She lets you do what you want to do, basically. So she knows and she believes whatever you say.
But
Urban
why
Dictionary.
is that not the wife, and why is that the other girl? I don't understand. But I was trying to say that well, it blew my mind earlier when Stop Panel said that it's not actively cheating if you keep your reserve happy in the event.
But that's what
it didn't blow our minds, it blew your mind.
Look, this is
we
the
are
point.
fine here.
I was just like, look,
all the men are fine. Look,
but
all
this
the
is the
men
point.
are fine.
This is the point I've been trying to reach. This is the point I'm trying to reach. As long as she's happy and the reserve is happy, she don't have nothing to say to you or your wife. I mean, we watch these movies all the time. We see this shit in real. I'm talking about real life here. Men cheat, men lie, women lie. Numbers don't. You know how that goes. So we're not gonna just say a reserve for a man because it could be a woman that's on her shit that got a reserve also. Don't ever get it twisted. I seen that too.
Breakdown is when you stop keeping us happy. That's where the breakdown is? So the minute like your wife or your reserve isn't happy, then that's when it all goes to shit.
It depends on the way you got your reserve.
I'm not understanding how I don't understand how we're happy if you're cheating.
Yeah, because something's lacking.
But
he's saying that you don't know about it. So your reality is that you are happy.
You're happy.
You're happy.
You are happy. You got that babies. You got the house. You got this. You good. You like, oh God, this nigga is the perfect husband. All I'm saying is the perfect husband, guys, just is they have reserves, man. I've seen that. Even these, you can see these guys that are perfect in the spotlight.
What about women that have reserves? What is your take on women having a reserve? So what if your wife now has reserve? It's a dude that you don't even know about. Happy husband, happy life. So now
nobody says that. That's never been said a day in life.
Like what?
They do
what? You said what? This is 2022.
And we say happy husband, happy life.
This is 2022.
Women got reserves too.
I've never heard that saying. Where's that saying?
Happy spouse, happy house.
I'm telling you. That's the remix. You must be a rapper. That's the remix because ain't nobody ever said that.
Yo, listen.
No, wait. Okay, how would you feel if you found out that your wife had a reserve? Well, no, you wasn't supposed to find out.
You're gonna leave her.
Oh.
Men leave every time. They believe they can't handle it. But we
they can't handle it. In life they can't handle it. Niggas can't handle that.
So should she stay when she finds out that you have a reserve? Should the wife, if the wife, in the event that the wife finds out that you are actively keeping your reserve happy, should she leave?
What Vito was saying is that let him say what he's saying, because what I'm interpreting it as is if the alternative is to have less, she's gonna choose to have what she has. Like if the alternative is, I'm leaving this mansion, I'm leaving being taken care of, I'm leaving the driver, a cook, a babysitter, or whatever, and I'm just gonna live in this 1-bedroom apartment with my 5 kids. That's not what I'm gonna choose.
this only work with for men with money then? Because if you just a regular
Oh
dude,
my
I'm
god.
trying to translate.
No, I get what
I'm
she's trying to say.
I'm trying to
I
understand,
get what
Vito.
she's trying to say. She's like, oh yeah, if you
Mean,
got
it's
money,
way
then there's an
different
exception to
than
their
the dude that
game.
work at Burger King that's
See,
cheating
no,
on
it
you.
shouldn't even be like that. This is
Bring home
another
a
thing I'm
Whopper
trying
every
to
day.
say.
You fed.
The Whopper is not going to make me feel better about you sticking your penis in your reserve.
I'll bring you 2 Whoppers then.
That's not he gonna give me.
I don't want any wine.
Instead of the Whopper Junior, I'm gonna get the okay. I see. I hear you.
Get the
They
best.
said,
Get the
but a
best,
happy
baby.
wife does not mean a happy life. I don't know whose wife is saying that happy wife does not mean.
I don't know I don't know why y'all think that men are getting away with cheating. Like I have never seen a successful cheater in my life. Men are dumb. Men are dumb.
That's what Vito say.
But that's what I'm saying.
Successful because they never got caught.
They never got caught.
Y'all get caught every day? What, Vito, you're crazy if you think that y'all are smart cheaters. You're not.
No, niggas get caught all the time. Like, but niggas be
Exactly.
having a happy life for like 10. Look at Dre. Look at Dre. Look at Dr. Dre
Right,
and
and
his
now he's
wife.
losing, and look how much
Aren't they
he's
getting a
losing.
divorce?
You think
Aren't they getting divorced?
he's losing? You think he's losing
Yeah,
everything? I just bought Beats
she's taking
headphones.
half.
He's not losing anything.
But she's
She
taking
can
half.
she can
She
have
never
that.
worked a day in her
She
life.
can have that. You know
She never
why
worked
she
a
can
day.
have that? You know why she can have that? Because he already content with she was here because she was there for a reason. You understand? So she was here to help me do what I needed to do. So she could take it. She was the one I was talking to every night, getting my ideas from, making sure like that's what you think I should do. Yeah, she was the one that did that.
So why
You
make her
understand? So
business?
I understand.
So
I understand certain
why not
shit.
make her a business partner instead of making her your wife? Like, why didn't you make her your business partner, but you married her? Like, you could have made her the business partner if you sharing your ideas and all that with her. But
Because
you
the
made her your
nigga was
wife,
in
so it was
love with
more
her.
to that. It was more
Because
to it.
the nigga was in love with her.
This is so
A
ghetto.
nigga,
Collard greens. I'm sitting here like this sound like I need a bowl of collard greens right here, right now.
no, for real, because
in the beginning
niggas do it because he's in love with
I was
her.
like, oh, this in the beginning, I was like, oh, juniors don't sound so bad. I'm gonna call
I mean,
myself cheesecake. No, now I'm just sitting here like, I ain't trying to be top shelf, middle shelf, in your fridge at all.
I want to be the only shelf, because it's all cheating.
Oh, it's all cheating. Y'all crazy.
It's all cheating. At the end of the day, I'm at the point now where it's all cheating.
Apparently, rich cheating is better because
you got a house.
Is it? It's better.
Who knows? What you said. We going off of what you said. It's better to get cheated on by a rich man than a poor one, I guess.
Because you know when you get down,
I'd rather get cheated on by a rich
when you get down to a certain level, it's like you know you don't think
came in and changed the game now.
Yeah, he came in and the whole listen, I think my definition of reserve is a lot better than your definition.
You know what I learned?
I'm just telling
what I did learn.
I'm telling you what a reserve is. That's what I'm telling you.
Look, Vito told us something on Tuesday, and just like women, we made like we didn't hear none of that. So back to what Speedy was saying, we don't listen. We made our own definition and we roll with it. So there you have it. Speedy is correct. Women do not listen. Because Vito told us what a reserve was, and we was like, nope, it's not that.
No.
We're gonna tell you what
it is. No,
and you know what?
That's a reserve, man.
And you know what? I'm gonna say this is one thing this is the first time on Hush Your Mouth that I think we're heading out, and we're just gonna agree to disagree. Cause that's never happened here on Hush Your Mouth. This is one of them things where I think we all gonna just have to hush our mouth on that. I don't know if anybody wants. It's cheating to Speedy. It's cheating. When you took it there, it was cheating. I know it was always cheating.
The only thing the way I can understand this reserve thing is unless you got money. I mean, and it depends on what type of profession you in, because That's the only way I can understand what's going on. As far as the money issue. If you're a rapper or whatever, they know the personnel that goes with your lifestyle. But you ain't got no money, and it's just two broke people trying to find their love and find their way, and you start talking to somebody else, bro. That's cheating. Like I just can't. I can't fathom it. But I guess when you got money and you taking these trips and you're around different people all the time, and your wife is not with you, and you have that confidant to talk to. I mean, I guess people with money, I guess that's okay because that's the other person. But we ain't got no money, so in my eyes, that shit's cheating. If I can put all that energy and all that other shit into somebody else, I can sure enough put that energy and everything into the person that I'm trying to build with. Like that's the only way I see it. I might be wrong. We can agree to disagree, but that's money plays a big part into this reserve conversation. That's just my take on it. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong because broke
No,
people
Yeah, it
is
don't
not
necessarily have to do with money. It doesn't necessarily have to do with money because broke people get cheated on and get reserved on and won't find out 5, 10 years that they nigga was with somebody else or had somebody else. It doesn't matter. It goes for all classes.
you know what? I knew that anything was possible when I saw two homeless people outside in the street in a box having sex. That's how I was in that.
Love
Anything
is
You
was
see
everywhere.
that?
it's killing your needs.
Ew.
What that got to do with
Everybody,
Ew.
everybody needs
killing your
love.
needs? Yeah,
I was like,
everybody got
yo,
that
Ew.
little tinkle. I mean,
Love is
you gotta
love is
scratch it.
universal. Love is universal.
Yeah,
like it was.
shit.
I
I
was
know
like,
more
is that
crackheads that
possible?
got a girlfriend than actual people with jobs. They got a spouse. I know plenty of crackheads that got spouses and they rocking hard with
Oh
them.
my
So,
god.
They
I
gonna
everybody,
don't
stick
know too many
beside them.
crackheads.
huh?
I don't know too many crackheads.
I do. I
Either
listen, man. You
look,
got to
me
come to
either,
the
Mason.
neighborhood.
I'm like,
Jason, I'm gonna no. Listen, y'all. I had a good episode. I had a great time here with y'all today. This is one of them things where we're gonna have to agree to disagree. We all had our own opinions or our own views and takes on what a reserve is. How I don't know how we did that, but we did that here on Hush
did
Your
that.
Mouth. I want to say, Vito, do you have anything that you would like to promote? Where they could find you at, or like anything like that?
uh, yeah, I mean, anybody like I breed Frenchies. You know, anybody like these little cute dogs, just send them my way.
Oh, okay,
Come here.
okay. The Frenchie dogs. And then your daughter
Yeah,
does do
this is
music, right?
Upstairs and get to talk.
my daughter does do music. I don't know how to do the link. Corey been asking me to do the link. I can't. I don't know how to do it. So
Is
Well,
it
just
on
send
your
it to
page?
me. I'll figure it out.
Okay.
But
okay,
okay. I thought you was gonna show us the dog. I want to see it.
I'm trying. See, once
Oh no,
again,
the
I'm
dog's
trying to
not
put
listening. It's
this.
a
I'm
bad
trying
dog.
to.
No, it's a
I'm
bad
trying.
dog.
No, 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 no,
That
no.
nigga
My
was
dogs are.
preserved. No,
My
I'm just
dogs.
playing.
Shut up. My dogs is very, very well trained. Hold on. I just can't flip this camera. Is hold on. Here you go. Camera. Bang. Here you
Bang.
go.
Hey, just pick the dog up and turn the camera to the dog.
Cause I ain't picking these shits up.
The dog needs love.
Did it come on? Did it
No,
come
you're
on?
black now.
No.
All right, Naja, where can they
See?
find you at?
See?
everywhere. My
Oh,
name is Naja NAJ_UHHH. On Twitter, they call me Yella Stella. Follow me. I always say I'm the most
I
talented,
like that.
untalented person ever.
Oh, look at the dog.
there you go. Dior.
So he breeds those dogs. If you guys need one, holla at him. Valentine's
Yeah, I
Day is
breed
coming up.
Frenchies.
The girl, a dog,
Yep.
because I want.
The Valentine's Day. There you go. See, that's why I need to
But
pay for this promotion.
Mm.
Speedy, I know that they can find you with your wife at Speedy on noplatform.com. Mason, where can they find you at?
With his wife, without his wife?
I said with his wife on no at Speedy on noplatform.com.
I respect it. I respect I respect it. You can find me every Tuesday and Thursday right here on Hush Your Mouth. You can follow us at Hush Your Mouth _ENT. You can follow me at YNVS _ It's Mason. Yeah, that's me.
Until next time, y'all already know, speak out or hush your mouth.
No.
All right.